Hi, welcome to Fantasy Booms and Busts Week 12. My name's CJ Galino.
And I'm Sam, the Beard Bloomquist.
Sam, who do you like this week?
This week I like Ben Tate. Ben Tate's playing Jacksonville, not one of the best defenses in the league, and he really needs to prove his worth because he's been taking over since Arian Foster's been out. And the Jags are on a hot streak. They need to put their division rival in their place.
I don't know if you can call it the Jags are on a hot streak. I mean, they're pretty terrible defense, and Ben Tate has a couple bruised up ribs. After Arian Foster went down, they picked up Dennis Johnson, who showed what he can do. So I really do think that Ben Tate could have a breakout week. He could find a lot of holes in this defense. And I also like Andre Johnson following that matchup. Andre Johnson has been playing dynamite lately since Case Keenum has taken over the starting spot. Although Case Keenum has been pulled from last week's game against the Oakland Raiders in favor of Matt Schwab, I just don't see that happening. Case Keenum will start this week, and he loves to throw the deep ball, and Andre Johnson loves to catch it.
Somebody else I don't think you should start this week is Ryan Tannehill of the Miami Dolphins. He's playing Carolina's defense. Carolina's defense is monstrous. They've been destroying every team they go against this year, and they just beat the Patriots last night, actually. And the Dolphins are competing for the wild card with the Jets. But on the other end of the spectrum, Carolina is also competing for the wild card. So this is going to be a very important matchup for both teams, but I definitely see Carolina coming out on top and definitely shutting down Ryan Tannehill.
Yeah, the last 2 weeks, Carolina has really shown what they can do. And Ryan Tannehill is going through a lot of locker room issues, and the Dolphins as a whole are just not really playing well. So I think Carolina's defense can really eat him up. Now, another quarterback I don't like is Matt Ryan. Over the last 4 games, Matt Ryan has thrown 9 interceptions. He's just not playing like the Matt Ryan that he was at the beginning of the year, which was really helping fantasy owners out. And they're also facing the hot 8-2 New Orleans Saints with one of the most intimidating defenses in the league. They have the 3rd best secondary. That coupled with Matt Ryan's struggling offense, I don't think it's going to be a good week for fantasy owners.
I'm going to agree with you on that one, CJ. Somebody else I don't think you should start this week is wide receiver Antonio Brown for the Steelers. He's playing Cleveland this week, and Cleveland's got Joe Hayden, who shut down A.J. Green last week. And A.J. Green being one of the best receivers in the entire league, if you shut him down, you must be pretty good at football. Cincy's defense won that game for them, but I can't see Antonio Brown having a great game against Joe Hayden in the Cleveland defense.
I do agree with you there. I think the Cleveland Browns defense is a tad underrated. And if you're not going to start Antonio Brown, someone who I think you definitely should start is T.Y. Hilton. T.Y. Hilton is the #1 confirmed receiver for the Indianapolis Colts. He's really stepping his game up. He's been getting in the end zone more. They're facing the very below average Cardinals defense. I think that's a recipe for a good week, especially with Andrew Luck playing the way he is.
I agree with you. Somebody else on the Colts you're going to want to start is Coby Fleener, the tight end. Arizona's led up the most points to tight ends this season, and Andrew Luck's throwing the ball both to T.Y. Hilton and Coby Fleener. He's definitely going to have to spread it around this defense. Indy's trying to prove itself as an elite team, and either one of those players we just said is going to be a good pick this week.
Yeah, I think Coby Fleener is very underrated at the tight end position. I think he could really put in some red zone points for you this week. Someone who I think you shouldn't start is Carolina running back DeAngelo Williams. DeAngelo Williams has 2 touchdowns this year and less than 600 yards. The Panthers are really playing hot, but Williams is really not. He's not a consistent presence in the run game for the Panthers, and I start him every week, hoping that he could have a good week, because occasionally he will. I just don't think it's in the cards for him this week.
I'm sorry to hear about your heartbreak on DeAngelo Williams, CJ. I know I have him on my team too, but I keep him on the bench. Somebody else you don't want to start this week is running back for the Buffalo Bills, Fred Jackson. He's on a bye week.
This has been Fantasy Football Booms and Busts Week 12. I'm CJ Galino.
And I'm Sam Bloomquist. Have a good one, folks.